going to have a lot to recap. I didn't think we knew that we were going to have this much to recap. We will be back with you next week.
Even with a full hour behind them, they completely ignored the Bailey and Lyra versus Roxanne and Raquel match. Even more egregious is Sam and Megan's bizarre choice to ignore the confrontation between Stephanie Hacker, a new Women's World Champion, and Roxanne Perez, which leads to a match next week. Two completely different segments, and they still go out of their way to not talk about her stories. It's nothing, they were just too busy to recap all of Raw in the Raw recap. I'd agree, except
Preview podcast here on the Raw Recap feed. Then we will be on after Crown Jewel to do the Crown Jewel Recap podcast, which will be early.
Yep. Last week they also ignored Roxanne and Lyra's match completely. Pretty disappointing that Roxanne's first win in months, in a great match at that, and the Raw Recap hosts don't think it deserves so much as a verbal mention. Unfortunately, it gets worse. Look at what they did when Bailey faced Roxanne 2 weeks earlier.
I like the way that sounds. You've got Bailey now versus Raquel, which we didn't even have time to talk about.
Know which Bailey's.
You heard that correctly. Sam referred to Roxanne as Raquel Rodriguez, and yes, once again, like every single week for a month, Roxanne is an afterthought rushed mention as the podcast signs off. I do not understand what it is that makes the Raw Recap treat Roxanne Perez so poorly, but it impacts the women around her as well. Lyra, Bailey, and now Stephanie Hacker. I respect what the Raw Recap hosts, Sam and Megan, try to do and have in the past loved their shows, but it's becoming evident that someone in production does not respect Roxanne Perez and does not want to see her succeed. That is a true travesty, and her fans should make their voices heard. But do not worry, they always find a way to spend half of each episode speaking solely about the USOs and division. It's crucial that 30 minutes are given to one match and the women's matches are not mentioned, because, oh wait, the Prodigy deserves better.